If you are anything like me, you may at times find yourself struggling with anger. Now, I'd venture to guess that most of us are not prone to violent outbursts, shouting, or breaking things, but more commonly this anger is manifested more subtly in our attitudes. Whether it's a passive-aggressive demeanor, the occasional snide remark, or just a general sourness that does little to mask how we really feel. These descriptors sound softer and less dramatic than calling it anger outright. But while no physical signs of our feelings may present themselves, sinful irritability can be extremely destructive to the spirit and rob joy from ourselves and others. So what causes this bitterness to rear up in the life of a believer? Let's look at the book of James, chapter 4, verses 1 through 8. What causes quarrels and what causes fights among you? Is it not this, that your passions are at war within you? You desire and do not have, so you murder. You covet and cannot obtain, so you fight and quarrel. You do not have because you do not ask. You ask and do not receive because you ask wrongly, to spend it on your passions. You adulterous people, do you not know that friendship with the world is enmity with God? Therefore, whoever wishes to be a friend of the world makes himself an enemy of God. Or do you suppose it is to no purpose the Scripture says, He yearns jealously over the Spirit that He has made to dwell in us? But He gives more grace. Therefore it says, God opposes the proud and gives grace to the humble. Submit yourselves therefore to God. Resist the devil and he will flee from you. Draw near to God and He will draw near to you. Cleanse your hands, you sinners, and purify your hearts, you double-minded. James is highlighting the struggle that everyone that comes to Christ is familiar with, the passions at war within us. The flesh fighting for what it wants, and the regenerate heart's desire to be conformed to Christ's image. At any given moment, our thoughts are influencing our words and behavior, and as broken people living in a fallen world, it seems opportunities for anger are ever present. It is in these moments that our failures reveal that something or someone is holding more sway over our attitudes than the glory of God and the grace of His gospel. Speaking personally, more often than not, that someone is me, and that something is my sense of entitlement. As with all sin, entitlement is a failure to submit to Christ's lordship over my thoughts and actions. When I am irritable, I am not taking every thought captive to obey Christ. So ask yourself, what are the thoughts and opinions that I hold that prompt sinful irritation? As is also the case with all sin, the ultimate goal is not to be less irritable, but to be more like Christ. The more we are preoccupied with the work of Jesus and fascinated by the beauty of reconciliation with our Father through Him, the less we are prone to drift into a sense of entitlement. When we are reminded of all that we have been graciously given and the mercy that has been afforded to us, it is difficult to entertain opinions about being mistreated or not getting what we deserve. This is one of the many reasons I am grateful to be serving at Sovereign Life Fellowship. Never is a sermon preached that the gospel will not be heard. Never is a song sung that the gospel truth is not communicated. So I would encourage you to preach the gospel to your own heart. Remind yourself constantly of the great love that put Jesus under the wrath of God in our stead. And love others with a joyful spirit so they may see the work of Christ displayed in you. If you're looking for ways to stay connected with Sovereign Life Fellowship, there are links in the description of this video for our Facebook page and website. Thank you all for joining me today, and I pray you have a blessed week.